alignment. Now, I'm just going to delve into a little bit about this term alignment. It is a term that people use a lot. For example, if you're not feeling well, if you're having neck pains, back pains, or generalized body pains. So I'm going to speak about alignment in the context of the spine. So this here will be a diagram of the spine. Here will be the front, this will be the back. That's the neck portion up here. And the upper back portion here. Got your lower back portion from here. And then you got your sacrum and the tailbone or the coccyx here. What you can notice here, it is that there are particular curves associated with each section of the spine. So let's see this coming from the diagram. Look, that's your head, eye, nose. So here's the front. Now the neck portion will have a curve like this. Okay, that is what we will call a lordotic curve or lordosis, which is normal. Upper back will have a curve in the reverse direction. That would be a kyphotic curve or kyphosis. And then the lower back have a curve similar in the direction to that of the neck, which is also a lordotic or lordosis. So coming back to the top of the spine, so the neck portion or the cervical portion, wherever, here's the front, here's the back. So that would be our lordotic curve or what is termed as lordosis, which is normal. The upper back has a curve in the reverse direction. That would be known as kyphosis or a kyphotic curve. The lower back has a curve in a similar direction to that of the neck. Okay, we'll go back to the top. Okay, the neck curve is like this. The lower back curve also, it's in that direction. Okay, so that's a lordotic curve or lordosis. And this is normal. One way in which a person can suffer from misalignment, it is that, for example, if you have muscular spasms in the neck or in the lower back, and then you lose the normal lordosis. So instead of the neck curve being in like this, or the lower back curve being like this, let's say a person got into a car accident or they fell on their back, what's going to happen is that the muscles around those sections are going to, of the injured sections are going to go into spasm. And when muscles go into spasm, what tends to happen in the neck and in the lower back is that there tends to be a loss of the natural curvature of the spine. So when you do the x-ray, instead of seeing the natural curves of the neck or the lower back, for example, you're going to see those curves are lost or the bones get straightened out. So you will see picture like this instead, or the lower back may be straight when you do the x-ray. So this is one form of misalignment. This is a case where the muscles are tight and you lose your natural curves in the spine. I think what people say are misalignment, I think what they are more referring to in most cases, let's say you look at the spine from the front now. So now we're looking at the spine from the front. Remember, this was the spine from the side. That's this one here. That's a side shot of the spine. Or you look at the spine from the front. Well, it is really supposed to look straight. Now, obviously, no one is perfect. Okay? So you're always going to have little slight sideways curvatures of the spine. So when a person looks in the mirror, what they may see that one shoulder may be lower, next one it's higher. You may notice that, hey, my neck is a bit tilted to one side. I think I'm out of alignment. And the person is maybe very well correct in the general sense. Now, I just want to qualify something here. Again, I said nobody's perfect. Nobody's spine is dead straight. So it is natural to always have one shoulder higher than the other. In fact, one side of your body is larger than the other. One side of the body is stronger than the other. One side of the body, it's more coordinated than the other side. Okay, so nobody is perfect straight. Nobody's perfectly symmetrical. So there are always going to be certain misalignments in the body. If you look at the mirror, you're going to see again one shoulder may be higher. You may notice one hip is a bit higher. I'm pretty sure you have one leg that is longer than the other leg. So now, the body is made to function within a certain range. Okay, so your body can get by with a slight curvature in the spine. The body can get by with one side being stronger. Your body can get by with one side being larger. Your body can get by with some slight pelvic tilting. When these issues really become a problem, it is that when the certain normal ranges are exceeded and then the person begins to suffer pain or ailments as a result of these misalignments. So for example, let's say a person falls. I just mentioned that you can lose the curvature of the neck or the back, for example, when you incur trauma and the muscles go into spasm. But what else can happen is that a person can develop scoliosis due to trauma. So let's say average person and I get into a car accident where I fall and I fall predominantly on one side. And what happens here now, it is that let's say the muscles here, they get tighter as compared to this side because of the type of trauma. This side took more impact, so the muscles on this side have become tighter due to trauma. And what happens now is that if the muscles here become tight, it may actually pull my body like this. Misalignment of the shoulder, so this difference in shoulder height now exceeds what is normal. The muscular tension difference now exceeds what is normal. So instead of me walking like this as I would normally post-accident, what may happen is that now I'm like this. And let's say time goes by and I don't really attend to it. And what's going to happen is that this situation may actually get worse and worse now where I'm tilting more. When I look in the mirror, instead of being like this, it's like this. Post-trauma, one day I may notice that I'm like this. And then I'm having concerns, and then I say, hey, my body is out of alignment. Now, in this case, of course, that is true, and this is a problem. What happens is now I begin to feel pain and maybe tingling and numbness coming down one side. Also, a person may find more difficulty moving because the initial trauma, while it tightened the muscles, basically the lower back muscles or the oblique muscles, pulled me in a certain way that now I may be loading the legs or the glutes more so than I was before. So now the muscles now of the lower limb become tighter. So when I'm walking, I feel like I'm dragging. Or if I sprint, I may feel like what's called a deep pain on the inside, maybe due to tight hip flexors, which have not come about due to this gross misalignment due to the trauma. So I just want to shed some light on this term alignment. Okay, again, it's a term that's really thrown around, and while a person, again, look in the mirror and may see a slight difference in the shoulder height, that doesn't necessarily mean a misalignment is causing your pain. Again, the body can operate within a range of certain differences while comparing the left to the right, and nobody is expected to have your left and right exactly equal. I hope this shed a bit more light on this term alignment. If you have any questions where alignment issues are concerned, you can message or call us at 747-5297. You can send us on WhatsApp if you have any x-rays of the spine, or you can take pictures or send it to us on WhatsApp. We'll take a look at them. If you have any blood tests, any blood results that you want to send to us, send that to us as well. Ultrasounds of the kidney, of the bladder, if any concerns you're having. Okay, so send us the results. We'll give you a call and we'll work it from there.
You can tap the description below for all of our contact information.